This is when Ken gets really upset with me. He's like, come on, wait until it starts. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Positivity Report. It's a Friday. Guys, Eric Bass is here. One of the first time, the fourth founding member of the Good People Association, along with all you other founding members. You can be a founding member of the GPA.fun. Mark Ellis is also here. And right before he walked in, Mark goes, Mark, you can do us all a favor. And they gave him this eye and then just didn't say anything else. I was like, oh, okay.
I was having unspoken communication. I was locking eyes. It was nonverbal comm with a colleague.
There you go.
Anyway, who's the weird guy at the bar?
Ken Knapsack on the bar mic. Ken, how you feeling?
I got a nice cup of coffee. We're ready to go. Hey, everybody.
He's feeling it.
What is in that coffee?
Eric, you've been out in L.A. now for about 2 weeks.
I have.
You guys have been writing some incredible music, from what I understand.
You don't know that.
Oh, I don't.
No. I mean, you don't know if it's incredible.
Well,
I don't know.
I would anticipate it is. I mean, I did listen to the Doobie Brothers, What a Fool Believes in here. So if anything is anywhere close to as good as that.
Look, we put on lots of Michael McDonald on the way up and down the mountain from writing.
Yeah, you did.
Just to make sure that what we're doing ends up awesome.
You're killing me.
See?
It's a Michael McDonald sandwich, and I want Tommy Johnston. You don't know me, but I'm your brother. Just get him out of the band. Play China Grove. Listen to the music. Long Train Running. Jesus is just all right.
They're all good songs. They just don't have Michael McDonald.
That's why they're good. I'm sorry. I'm kidding, Michael. I know you're watching.
Ikaika Shively is in the house, the Hawaiian hunk, Prince of the Islands. Wee Kaika. Hey, Eric, have you seen Wee Kaika yet? Have you seen him?
I've not.
Hey, all right, everybody look at the screen and see if you can see Wee Kaika. Uh-oh. Where is he? Where is he?
1 second. I'm not on there yet.
Okay.
He's not on there.
Hold on.
He's not on there.
Everybody look.
It's like that Mortal Kombat toasty.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a hell of a sandwich, says Christy McGee in chat. There we go.
Here we go.
What are we waiting for?
I feel like it's that magic eye thing that I
should
could
have
never
warned him to
get.
put on.
Oh,
Wee
there it
Kaika.
is. I see him.
Do you see him?
I see him.
Where is he?
He's
Where is
really
he?
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
really
there
tight.
he is.
This is amazing.
He's
Wow.
really tough.
I can't find him yet. Wait.
He's above you.
Yeah.
Above you.
Where? Oh, there he is.
There you go.
There we go.
Look, he jumped out. Yeah, there he goes.
Oh, we could do a sing-along.
Yeah. Wee Kaika, he's a little Hawaiian.
Do it again. Jesus is just all right with me. Jesus is just all right with me. We could really do some ikaiki.
You know what's so
Ikaika-
weird?
Ikaikaroki.
Last night I'm trying to go to bed, and little Ikaika was on my shoulder and said, "When you wish upon a star, you can become a real boy." I was like, "Who is that?" I didn't know who it was. I had no context. Yeah.
So we got a full pack show today. My buddy Brad R Lambert stopping by, a Pittsburgh legend. He got me and my brother onto the field. He is in the house as we speak. Mark and I are friends with him. Eric has never met him. Ken knows him. Mark Riley knows him. Great guy, inspirational speaker. He's a producer. He loves taking red carpet pictures. Big fan of reposting those red carpet pictures.
He looks great on the red carpet.
He does. He's always dressed to the nines. Like when I went to the Bad Boys 2 premiere, I think you were the only two guys in tuxedos.
Yeah.
I wore it because Bad Boys is my favorite franchise. Brad wears it because he owns a lot of tuxedos.
I'm convinced, not that he hangs out behind the 7-Eleven at the dumpster, but I'm convinced if I ran into him there for any transactional purposes, he would still be dressed in like a 3-piece suit.
Yep.
He'd have the full vest. The only question I want to ask him, I'm not going to try to hog the interview. I just want to know, what is the difference between an inspirational speaker and a motivational speaker?
Well, that's something we can ask him right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Brad R Lambert.
Yo, you guys are absolutely hilarious. And for the record, I'm not wearing a tuxedo right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm really dropping the ball here, guys.
We set you up.
Brad, I'll be honest with you. I think Mark was anticipating at least a bow tie. I mean, we could have gone tuxedo.
I'm sorry. Can we run it again?
Yeah, let's run it back. We'll run it back. How's life, man? Good to see you.
You too, guys. It's great to be here. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Of course. Last time I saw you was the Bad Boys 2 premiere. Bad Boys for Life premiere. I apologize. Great place to be. It was one of these like surreal experiences where it's my favorite movie franchise of all time. You never thought you'd see another one, and then they closed off Hollywood Boulevard, and you're like having a drink while Will Smith and Martin Lawrence walk by. I was like, gee, I mean, life. I didn't know that this could. As I was watching a high-speed chase in 2003, I had no idea that 17 years later I would be like there. You know, it's effing amazing.
For me, knowing how much you care about that franchise and then seeing that smile of yours on the carpet, made it that much better.
Man. Thanks. Mark, you had a very important question there.
I did, Brad. I want you to take me through your emotions last November when the Washington football team came to Pittsburgh.
Oh, my God.
Good Lord. Here we go.
No, I first of all, it is great to see you, and nice
too,
to see
man.
that you're healthy and you framed the posters I was so generous to give you. My question is this. You're motivating people now, and I just want to know, what does it feel like? Because I'm on stage in front of people, and I'll be honest, I don't think I motivate a lot of souls to do anything but have another drink in hopes that I become funny. What do you do to motivate people, and is there a difference between motivating an individual and inspiring an individual?
Honestly, I don't think so, but I think a lot of people have the capabilities to do what they want to do. The big difference is the acting aspect of it. So, one of my friends posted the other day and they said, what's more important, the person who has the idea or the person who acts on the idea? And I was like, the person who acts on it 100%. Because if you have an idea and you don't act on it, then what was the point, right? So if you inspire someone to act or you motivate someone to act, that's what I try to do. And it's, life's hard enough, and being consumed with fear and failure and things like that. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to say or do something that kind of eliminates that aspect of it, where someone's like, you know what, I'm gonna try.
Boom.
I feel better. But he's got such a great smile too. So I don't know if I'm being motivated or if I'm just falling in love all over again with Brad Lambert.
And doesn't he give you like a real solid like Robert Downey Jr. 1998 kind of vibe?
1000%.
I was going to say Colin Farrell before he found vices.
Josh has the best looking friends. Like, he keeps these people around that.
Thank you.
To
bring me down.
Yeah.
Right? Surround myself, and then that way, when I go out, I'm like, look at all these good people, and I'm like over in the corner, like, hey, remember the old 6 in the corner?
That's it.
Usually,
the insert.
I knew you and I got along for a reason. We have the same thing going on.
That's what happens when Brad and I are hobnobbing at these premieres, and then we need another drink. We look for Quasimodo over here to just go, hey, old humpback, why don't you waddle over to the bar?
Hey guys, I got 17 Jack and Gingers. You guys want any? All right, I'll drink them all by myself and pee myself in the theater. Cool, man. See ya. Yep. I mean, Eric, listen, your band has inspired a lot of different people, right, from all over the world. What, like, as far as, what Brad was kind of talking about, people reach out to you all the time. Can you, like, give us an inspirational story?
Man, maybe not off the top of my head. The one thing that I can say, though, that always sticks with me is when someone will tell you something like, your music saved my life, or, your message saved my life. I mean, that's a heavy thing, man, to hear from somebody. And you that sort of thing makes you realize that what you're doing, has weight to it and matters past just being in a rock and roll band.
100%.
It's meaningful. It's meaningful to people.
Yeah,
Man.
It's always hard to kind of respond to that too. It'd be like, you're welcome. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, I hope we weren't acting. We weren't like going out to save lives. We were just hoping that we could put a smile on your face and maybe a time when it wasn't so smiling.
Yeah, what I do, man, is I tell them that how much it means to me. And it does. It means so much to all four of us. And the fact that people are relying on us in that way. And it does, man, and I hope that they know how genuine we are in saying that, that it means a lot, for sure. I mean, I know that rock bands saved my life, man.
When you finally meet Michael McDonald, Eric, are you going to tell him this?
I almost did meet Mike. I was in an airport with Michael McDonald and Mick Fleetwood. They were on tour together in Australia.
Wow.
And we're just all sitting there in the airport, and there comes Michael McDonald walks by, Mick Fleetwood walks by. I wonder if we should say something.
God.
Yeah.
Should we say something?
Yeah,
No,
right.
we didn't say
I'll
it.
give him a piece of my mind.
Well,
I'll tell you that much.
Brad, you're a red carpet veteran. What's the protocol there?
Yeah,
You
good
see
call,
someone
Brad.
you're
Yeah.
inspired by, and you can approach them. How do you do it?
I 100% don't miss the opportunity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so I'll
see-
give you a story.
Yes.
Because I had the pleasure of meeting Chadwick Boseman at the Avengers Age of Ultron premiere in 2015. I quickly grabbed him. I, said that I really respected his work. It was shortly after he was in the movie Draft Day, which is funny enough. So if you're a football fan, you've definitely seen that movie, and it's actually quite good.
It's
and he was-
one, it's fantastic, and two, it's the only thing I would ever root for the Cleveland Browns in.
Yeah,
But go
me
ahead.
too. It's pure fantasy.
Yeah, it's pure fantasy. Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, but yeah, he was great in that film, and we chatted a bit, and it was really great to connect. He was super humble and super nice. And then fast forward to this past year, I was at the Captain Marvel premiere, and I'm at the after party, and I look over and I see him at a table, and I was like, he seems preoccupied. I'm not going to bother him. I'll catch him at the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Damn it.
And that hits heavy.
Yeah.
Because I could have just ran over there and said, "Hey Chad, it's great to see you again." Because the guy on screen he's amazing, obviously, but as a human being, I had the utmost respect for him, and I was devastated when he passed.
Yeah.
So that to me is like, don't miss the opportunity. Don't assume you'll have another one. And when you walk up there, just be normal, be professional, treat them like a normal human being with respect, and be as quick and concise as possible. Gauge the situation as you're talking to them. If they're oh yeah, then wrap it up quick. But sometimes they're engaged, and then that's when you can have really meaningful conversations.
I think Brad also hits a really important part is act normal because
Please.
I saw Sidney Crosby at a bar in Los Angeles, and I followed him into the bathroom.
Yeah.
That wasn't cool.
My technique is whoever you think you might get to meet that night is research where they went to high school. And then when you see them, just walk up like, "Hey, Hugh Jackman, Lincoln High, remember?" And just try to fool your way into their past so that you can then be present with them.
Very well
I
said,
took
Mark.
advantage of I got a picture with George Lucas. The only reason I had the nerve to take a picture with George Lucas is because Mark Hamill and I had just had a nice conversation where he actually remembered who I was.
Whoa.
And so I was feeling high. I had already gotten the selfie with Luke Skywalker, and I'm like, I'm riding house money. Who's my next target? And I see Jorge over there all by himself, and I'm like, okay, I'm taking the. I don't know when George might hate this Force Awakens movie, and he might never come to another Star Wars event. So I see him, I just walk over to him, and I maintain to this day, if you look at that picture hard enough, you'll see George cracking a little smile.
Yeah.
Which is rare for him, unless you're a plate of Sbarro food.
Ken taking shots. I like it.
That's that
Although
that great meme of
Ken
him
is
sitting in the food court at the mall.
Knapsack.
I mean, Sbarro might be the most underrated.
Over or under?
No, I think under. I haven't had a Sbarro in a long time.
I think it's properly rated.
Yeah. I like it.
Brad, what is the most inspirational mall food court restaurant? Go.
Oh, mall food court.
You got to go the Steak Escape.
Oh no, I don't know, man. Like,
I'll tell you what
I love
escapes.
Five Guys, so anytime I'm at the mall,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that counts.
It's a solid.
In Burbank, that counts.
Yep.
Get the Cajun
Yeah.
fries, kids. The
Brad?
Cajun fries.
Brad, what are you up to right now? I see you posting some stuff on Instagram, talking like trending topics, but you're always working on something. You're a hustler. This I know. People from
Yeah,
Pittsburgh, we
yeah.
hustle. Unlike people from
absolutely.
Virginia.
Blue collar, man.
Yes, exactly.
No, we just gotta chill, man.
not from the Washington football team. Look, I've been producing a lot. I'm working on a new show called Trending, where I'm working with some really talented people on, just putting out really engaging, immersive content. We're having fun with that, really on a micro scale. So doing that, I'm producing a film slate. I'm speaking around the world, done a lot of remote stuff. I just spoke remotely in Montreal at CMC World, which is the creative marketing conference. So just doing what I can. The last year and a half has been, quite interesting, obviously. So, once we hit the Bad Boys for Life premiere, everything kind of really went downhill.
Well,
you know.
the world wasn't ready for how good Bad Boys for Life was going to be, and then they were like, we got to shut down for a year. Everybody's too emotional.
That's it.
Too
Best
hot.
movie. Pull the plug.
Yeah.
But that's my focus in this past year, was definitely trying to make the most of the opportunities that were there, because a lot of our opportunities were put on ice. I mean, the entertainment industry got hit hard.
Totally.
So it was trying to identify areas where I could grow, and my goal was to come out the other side of this better in other areas that weren't so affected from the pandemic. So doing a lot, man, but it's I'm grateful for this past year for sure.
Okay, so we would be remiss if you were on the show and Mark and I didn't talk to you briefly about a fateful night at a Sheraton in Irvine, California. Or was it Anaheim? Anaheim?
It was Anaheim.
Anaheim.
It was definitely Anaheim.
Outside of a Disneyland, as we shut down the bar in that hotel lobby.
Oh, that's where that story went.
Brad was there. Brad just having water, as Mark and I were like, how fast can we spend $200?
Yeah. Now, was this the night that the next morning we were doing training,
The tactical training
for the movie CIA, and so we were going to be working with Navy SEALs and Army Rangers and Marines, and they were going to pace us through guns with air pellets. And so we were shooting each other, where even after they called, okay, that's time, Josh would still try to shoot me.
Yeah.
I will say I did end up winning the competition. The night before was legendary, because we're coming off of this sneak peek of Disneyland, where we got like the VIP access to Disneyland.
Amazing,
we're walking in the exit into the exit to go on all the rides first. And then Josh and I decided to celebrate because we have free drinks at this bar.
Yeah.
And we decided to take all the free drinks that the bar is going to give us.
Yes.
So we shut that thing down at 1:59 a.m. And then, as we're walking back to our room, the greatest treat that my ears have ever experienced, no offense to your great music, Eric, was the sound of genuine Boston lovemaking. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus is just all right.
It was a hell of a night. All fueled. That was the first time we met, Brad. And it's always good to meet. Always good to meet a Yinzer. Always good to meet a Pittsburgher.
Oh, God. Oh, right there. Right there. Right there in the kisser. Oh.
Give me Ted vibes. But hey, Macuga, we got to talk about the Pittsburgh experience that you mentioned before I came on.
Yeah, dude. So
that was iconic.
So last year, Steelers home game, we were playing the Ravens, and my brother had just beaten cancer, and I'd been talking to Brad like, can we try and get some field passes for me and my brother? Like, it'd be amazing. And so we were both going to game at the same time. We're hanging out the tailgate. I get a text from Brad. He's like, "Where are you? I'll meet you." So he comes. Grabs me, my dad, and my brother. We go to the front gate and we meet Willie Parker, Fast Willie Parker, who basically won us the Super Bowl in 2006, right? So Brad is friends with Willie. They've been friends for a long time, and we start talking to Willie briefly, and we dap up Willie. My dad won't give Willie a hug. My dad won't give Willie a hug because my dad has a bad back and he's afraid Willie's a big NFL football player. So he goes to shake his hand and Willie's like, "Come on, Dad, give me a hug." And he squeezes my dad. Just squeezes my dad. My dad is like, "Oh God, oh my God, Willie, thanks, man." He's like, "All right, thank you." Brad gets us field passes. We get onto the field before the game. My brother had just bought a Franco Harris jersey, and Franco's walking by, and it was like, "Hey, Franco." My brother's like, "Franco!" And he pulls up the jersey, and Franco stops and gives him a fist bump. The only person that gave it to him. We're walking around. I saw my buddy Joe Hayden. He came over to say hey, and then we're walking and Brad has the most amazing video of me and my brother walking down the Steelers sideline. And I'm not noticing that Brad is filming, and I'm just and we're like, yeah, this is amazing. And then I see Brad, I'm ah! We were so you've never seen two adults more excited just to be standing on grass somewhere. It was so fun, and I can't thank you enough for that, Brad. I can't thank you enough for that.
There's truly nothing better than hitting the pregame and just being on the field as the guys are warming up, and it was really cool to. I know how much that meant to you and your brother. Yeah. So just to try to facilitate for you that. For you guys was special. Yeah.
When the world reopens, we did that, and then the world closed down.
We're there.
Yeah, we're there,
Field, baby.
And I owe you dinner and drinks and everything in between, buddy.
We gotta have a Pittsburgh trip, my man.
We do. We really do. Dude, thanks for taking the time, man. We appreciate you coming on the show. You're the best.
Appreciate you guys.
Keep up the great work. We'll bring you back again, man.
Sounds good, guys. Appreciate your time.
See you, Brad.
Lambert.
See you guys.
Legend.
Take care.
Right.
Motivational, inspirational.
I have to say, man, I am quite envious and jealous of people such as yourselves who have a diehard team that you were just like you're in it for. Because I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina. We're not exactly known for anything but old stuff and
Bill Murray,
of course, and golf. You know, but like we don't have any sports, man. You know, and I didn't grow up with that.
And you, because I mean, the Panthers probably didn't come around until like you were.
Well, no, but here's the thing: I was a huge Cowboys fan when I was a kid, like Tony Dorsett, Danny White. You know that thing. My dad had me in with that, and then when my dad said was when Tom Landry was done wrong, he was done. He was done. He was finished with them. So I was finished.
That's a dad. That's a dad.
Like dad was like, no, that's it.
Yeah,
you know, and so I didn't. I was sports homeless for a long time, and then here came the Panthers, and I was in. Yeah. I was 100% in. Yeah. And
Jake Delhomme.
Here's the thing, man. I'm such maybe this is the wrong attitude, man. But so we had the undefeated season. Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl, lost the Super Bowl, and acted like a total.
Acted
like a little bitch.
He did
when he lost. And I'm like, okay, no,
done with the Panthers.
Done with the Panthers.
Done with until Cam was gone, and now Cam's gone. Yeah. But I haven't jumped back in yet.
Okay.
Hey, but that's what I mean. Like if I had that thing, if I was really in it for the Panthers, it wouldn't matter, right?
Yeah. Right.
You know, I just don't have that. I didn't grow up with that.
Well, as you see adorning my chest, having a team that you have to root for is not always a great thing.
Well, I am a South Carolina Gamecock fan, pretty hardcore, and that's tough. Yeah. That's tough enough. Yeah, that's pretty tough.
You know, all those years of Spurrier getting so close like a few times, but there was always that one Spurrier loss. And as somebody who's a Penn State fan, same thing. It's like we always have that one loss, and it's usually effing Ohio State. But it's always that one loss that South Carolina have like a great team. In those years they had Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
come on, man.
Well,
destroyed
and
the
Lattimore, man. Lattimore was
Marcus
such a great player, man.
If you're a Washington fan, you don't think about that one Spurrier loss. You think about the 14 Spurrier losses in one season. Go back down to college, you weird golfer.
That's true. You know, but I don't think South Carolina has an environment fosters an environment of winning. I don't think we have that thing where like we're going to hire a coach. Now we have Beamer now, so we'll see what happens. But you know, the Muschamp hiring, I was like, you're hiring a guy with a losing record to be your head coach.
It's like they're grasping at straws to kind of outdo what Clemson's doing, and Clemson is just the top of the heap right now.
Well, but again, man, the environment that Dabo Swinney has at that university, man, is second to none.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, and my wife is a giant Clemson fan, so we have this division. You know?
I'm just glad that Amanda couldn't care less about sports. Like she just like begrudgingly puts on black and yellow on Sundays and just like, this is not my color palette. I'm like,
you think that, but like my wife, I won the lottery, dude. My wife is into golf. She's into football. She's into like all of it. Like she like, how about this? My wife said the other day, she goes, because we've been really busy working at the house, you know, she goes, you know, I miss watching PGA. Like she misses it. Like she's like, we need to get back to it. We haven't watched it in a minute.
As opposed to my wife who said, is golf on all the time? I was like, yeah, every weekend. She's like, really? They don't take a break? I was like, yeah, like the middle of December. But then they restart it. She's like, and you watch all these tournaments? Like, we're always on. Yeah. It's like there's not. I mean, what do you want me to do here? Not watch it?
My wife is so in it for Adam Scott that she changed Siri's voice to the Australian guy. And we share an iTunes account. We share an iTunes account, so my Siri is also Adam Scott.
See,
and I have no choice. So I always bitch about him. Like Adam Scott got me lost today.
He just keeps getting handsomer too.
Oh my goodness!
Like it's funny because I always knew I'd eventually turn into my grandfather, who every time he would walk into a new room with a TV, would instantly, before greeting anyone, would just put on whatever golf was being played. Yes. And I thought, that's gonna be me when I'm 66. That was me when I turned 30. You know, just find a room, put on the Golf Channel, and I'm done for the day.
But to your point about Amanda not being into sports, like I get the thing where when Clemson loses, man, when they lost this year, and you know, it's a bad scene.
It's tough.
It's a bad scene around the house.
Well, you know, a couple of years ago, I threw our Christmas tree out the window when we lost to the Patriots on a blown call by the refs. Like it was a bad call.
Oh, was that Jesse James?
Yes.
Didn't he catch it?
Correct.
I thought he did catch it.
He
felt like it was kind of a catch.
Take me through the play-by-play of throwing the Christmas tree out of the house.
Yeah, did it land in the pool?
Did you open up the door, sliding door?
So I angrily. So first of all, I'm festive. All you guys know I have like more Christmas attire than anything. Yeah. But I don't love the real Christmas tree because of all the needles that get everywhere. I'm festive, but I'm also OCD when it comes to cleaning.
Fair.
Okay. So we were going up to Carmel, and Amanda, she bought the tree that year like November 28th, like 3 days after Thanksgiving. I was like, it's too early. This tree's going to be dead by the time Christmas comes around. I'm sorry for yelling, but it's going to be too early. And so, like last night, we got into a fight, and she's like, I already said I agreed with you 5 minutes ago. You don't have to keep hammering me about it because I didn't want to do baby announcement cards. I was like, yeah, let's spend $380 to tell people we had a baby that follow us on Instagram. They know. We told everybody.
It's a different world now.
They know we had a kid. Yeah. So the Steelers lose, and we were going up to Carmel like 2 days later, and we weren't coming back till after New Year's. And I was like, babe, this tree's a fire hazard. It's going out. And she's like, well, I would like to have it up when I get back. I was like, nope. So I ripped off the lights. I shook the ornaments off, until I had to pull, like the ones that would break, I pulled it, but I shook all the rest of them, and then just drug it out the front door and threw it onto the sidewalk and called bulk pickup. And I was like, there's a Christmas tree out here. And he's like, well, it's Christmas. I was like, I don't care. It's around. All right. And I went in, and like I think a couple of my neighbors saw me like angrily dragging it down the stairs. There's like needles, and then I came back with the broom and like angrily swept up the needles. I'm like, oh god, because we never beat the Patriots, and stupid Tom freaking Brady. I'm still worked up about it.
Yeah.
I'm sweating through my Aloha shirt.
Seems like you're processing it really well.
Yeah.
Okay. Healthy.
Again, maybe it's a blessing that I didn't have to go through this.
Yep.
Asked and answered.
As somebody,
my key is just I live alone. Molly doesn't get too high or low with any of the sports. She just knows that if Washington wins, then she's getting a walk, and if Washington loses, she's getting a much longer walk, a much longer walk.
Yeah,
a contemplative. What am I doing with my life with this goddamn team? Walk.
So
a walk that every 15 minutes I just look up to the heavens and say, "Why?"
Chris McGee says, "Don't throw Christmas trees." Okay, fine. Thank you all for being here. It's a Friday. You can throw in super chats, streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa. A portion of all proceeds will go to a charity. Ken, we are focusing right now on Boulder, Colorado.
I still haven't made that thing, have I? Oh, wait, that's the iRobot I'd ordered yesterday. I did. I ordered a droid to do some vacuuming around the house. But no, in all seriousness, we are focusing on the Colorado Healing Fund. This is the coloradohealingfund.org. You can donate. This is either directly to the tragedy in Boulder or just overall with what's going on there, because unfortunately there's been a lot of mass shootings in Colorado. This came out of the Columbine thing in '99. So we're focusing on that this week, and we've got some other great charities too we're focusing on soon here. I know we've been talking to Eric with the one you and your band work with, and also some Humane Society stuff, and Battle Buddies soon too, Josh, too. But right now, Colorado Healing.
The Marine birthday, the Marine anniversary, I play in the Battle Buddy golf outing, and they provide training and services for service dogs to vets with severe PTSD. It's an amazing cause.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's fantastic.
I love that's my favorite part when I go overseas. Yeah. Hanging out with the dogs, putting on the fat suit. They come up, they bite you, but they bite you with love.
With love.
It's a training thing. It's like they're trained to do it.
The Battle Buddy Foundation, the greatest part about the golf outing is there's like 9 dogs there. And some are puppies. They're trained.
I'd never get to golf, man. Yeah. I just hang out with the dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be. Look, I'm not. I know what you're doing.
I'm trying to get you.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I hit my last 2 putts over there.
It's a scramble. I'll bring Eric out. You play.
If Eric goes, I'll consider it.
I'll be there.
Okay.
See?
I had a harsh golf reality the other day, though. Macuga was there for it. Macuga was there for my heart, and Riley was there. Like. It was hard.
It's Mark Riley from television.
I had the harshest golf reality maybe of my life.
What happened?
Because I've always been able to maintain, even if I take 6 months off, when I put a golf club in my hand, I'm good. It's there, the swing's there. I could get around, and if I haven't played in 6 months, I can get around in 82, 3, 4, something like that, right? But here's the thing.
He's good.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, he's good. He can swing.
I hadn't touched a club in 2 years until I went to the driving range with Mark and Josh, and I didn't have it for the first time. Literally, I'm like, He had it.
No.
Some of it.
I
didn't have it.
There were glimpses. There was grasping for straws, if you will, but their straws were there.
It was like, oh my God.
The setup is still there. The hand placement is still there.
I might be done. The swing might be gone.
No.
The magic has left me.
And that's where we're at now?
It's over with.
Is that where we're at now, or have we rectified?
Yeah. Over.
Go ahead, Mark. Go to that mic.
Mark's got it.
I can show you.
Mark, use the microphone.
I
can show you somebody without the swing.
Yeah,
we
Josh,
can,
I know.
Matt's-
Look, we tried. Look, I know. It was a mess. Mark and I tried to get Josh to swing straight. It was terrible.
He needs a motivational speech.
He
from,
does, from Brad
get
Lambert.
Lambert back here.
I meant to ask him this. I'm like, he talked about fear of failure. I'm like, where does failure become a where does it stop being a hindrance and become a motivator? Right? It can be.
It wasn't at the back of the Roger Dunn golf shop where I hit a fan with a golf ball.
Yeah. Did you ever hear this story?
No.
I hit a fan.
We went to Roger Dunn, which is like the golf store out here, and they have like the stalls where you can try the clubs, right? And so Mark and I go, and Mark shanks one to the next stall, and it hits the guy, and the guy turns around and is like, "Oh, schmoes!" And I was like, "Oh no! Oh no!
Yes.
No! Yeah.
Yes,
I handed the club back to Josh and I said, "I'll see you in the car."
Yeah.
See you in the car. Yeah, see you in the car.
But I might go visit Mama in Florida once everybody gets vaccinated because she's getting a place down there that's on a golf course.
Always.
And you just walk out there. Tee box is right there.
Boom.
Look, man. But battle buddies, man. If they're dogs in golf,
Yeah.
I'm 1,000% there.
It's a really fun outing. It's a really fun time, and it's a scramble. And the guys that win the scramble every year, they bring in pros, so there's no chance of winning. I think last year the score that won was 21 under. They eagled 2 holes and birdied everything else. So
Hey, what if I get a pro?
let's do it.
I'm just
Rig
saying.
it.
Or
Again, one of my dearest friends is Christina Kim,
Oh,
LPGA
Yes.
golfer,
There you go.
amazing human being.
Yes.
And I think that I could get her to do this.
Oh,
See?
there we go.
okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm
See, now
gonna
we're talking.
one up it. I'm calling his buddy Chris Porter, golfer, comedian.
Does Porter play?
Porter's really good.
Is he?
And you never? I thought you played with Porter.
I've never played with Porter. I played with Court. I
Court
never played
McCown
with
is great.
Yes,
I,
Court.
maybe I'll see if Court's available too.
Oh,
for-
maybe we'll just replace everyone on the GPA. All right.
This is ringers. Ken and Mark and Ikaika just kind of come along, and we're like, all right, we need a putt. We've been
I can
practicing
pitch.
putting for months.
I could pitch, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I need someone to drive for
But
me.
I will say, if
I'll drive the beer cart.
I'm telling you, when the world reopens, we're all vaccinated. We're doing a live stream from a Topgolf for as long as we
Yeah,
can.
this is a great
We're
idea.
setting up
I'm-
everything, and we're doing it. Yes.
Just let me
Yes.
know.
That's $1 million idea.
Yeah,
right there.
Head to the one in Scottsdale. Cedar can hook us up with some wings.
Yes,
That'd be
you
great.
We can also go to the one in Pittsburgh. It's right near my parents' house. We have a place to.
I don't want to
Uber
golf with
to after.
gloves, okay?
It gets warm in the summer, Ken. God, I have to
Have you
picture
seen a
Pittsburgh.
Steelers game? Even in September, I watch Steelers games and I'm like, it just looks hard to live there.
It does look hard.
It just looks hard.
looks
Like you
like-
can. Steelers
It is
games,
hard to live there, and that's why the people who come out of there are as quality. As my man
Sure,
here.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Thank you, Eric.
Really?
How's that?
That's
Thank you.
The,
Thank
the
you.
hard
How's
living
that?
in Pittsburgh made the Christmas tree shaker over here.
Hard living, Mark.
Hey,
Hard
look,
living.
Shinedown. We have an affection, an affinity for Pittsburgh, man. It
Yeah.
literally it's almost like this second home for us on tour. We
Yeah.
really do. We love it there.
It's a cool
See?
city.
So-
It is a
Yeah.
cool city, and Josh
fantastic
has
city.
19 uncles there, all of whom own bars that we're doing a crawl
Yes.
next time
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we
Well,
visit.
well,
By the way, the amphitheater we play that's near Pittsburgh has a driving range in the back.
they do.
And you hit it's out into a pond. You have a little green sitting out in the middle of
Yep.
the pond, and I get off the
Yep.
bus and there's a driving range right there, man.
Yep.
It's fun.
Yeah, you just
Good
put it in the
stuff.
water, which is what I'm going to do anyway.
There's so much land out there. The funniest thing is that they never really updated the roads, so you just get stuck in standstill traffic, and people just pull over the cars like Woodstock and just start partying out, and then like eventually get it on the way out. Like you'll get to parts where like, hey, lot's full. I'm like, how many lots are there? They're like, not enough. You can just leave your car in the field because it's just farmland all around it. And then there's just an amphitheater in the middle of nowhere. And you see some like teenager acting like he's 21, just carrying like a bottle of Boone's Farm, and a cop like chasing him, just like, oh God, because like all they do is just bust underage drinking. I remember almost getting busted for underage drinking, running through and then just diving under like a van and waiting. And the cop's like, you guys seen a kid run through? And everybody's like, no, we didn't see anybody. And then the cop runs away. I'm like, God, that, yeah. My brother's like so proud of me. I just half a bottle of Jägermeister. All right, kids, be responsible when you go to concerts.
Sure, that's what that message was.
Got some Streamlabs came in, Josh.
Did we?
Yeah, Sheila Toner says, love this episode and having Eric in studio. Kudos to whoever got him in a Hawaiian shirt. Much love, GPA
The Hawaiian
fans.
hunk did.
Ikaika said, "Do you want to kid up before we get on air?"
Yeah.
And look,
use my
man,
powers.
I'm more proud of this than I've been of anything in a long time.
See?
It's a
Yeah.
good shirt.
What I
on
love
you.
is it has come unbuttoned, so now you look like you were like Tom Selleck on your off hours.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
totally. Very,
Yeah, look at this. This is a
very
little
happy
bit,
hour Selleck.
I love it.
And I like Eric. Eric is a rock star because he can go all the way down. I have too much chest hair where like it would scratch the mic, so I got to keep the buttons up just a little bit. I got to watch sound here on the show.
I'm looking at you two guys, and I feel like this is a little bit of a Young Guns 2 reunion because he looks a little bit like Billy the Kid, and you look a little bit like Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh. Like after they retired, and they're just chilling and hanging and telling war stories.
Right. Oh man,
it ain't your gang, Dave. Stacy M. Brooks with the super chat as well, Josh. If you see that one,
my heart goes out to all those affected. Prayers for Colorado. Thank you, Stacy. You know, I haven't seen in the chat, and I said it before the show, as I haven't seen Jersey Girl Lori in here in a minute. And Jersey Girl Lori, I need you to reach out to me because I need your address to send you a thank you note because of that beautiful present you got myself and Amanda for a baby. But I haven't seen you in chat in a minute. I know that she would love to see Eric here on the show. Speaking of Eric on a show, that's what they call a transition mark. Wow. We Saturday night, 9 p.m. here on the channel for all you founders and Bucket Club members, the GPA.fund. If you aren't a member, we are going to do a live stream. Eric's going to be in. Maybe some of the other guys from Shinedown. We're not totally positive. Maybe. We're going to play.
Probably.
Wait till you see the updated futility board. I have to go pick it up at Kinko's today because apparently. And I'm not. I mean, Kinko's could be a sponsor here one day. I don't know, but right now, this makes no sense. I didn't give them the right file, so I called over there. And I said, hey, it was right after I gave it to him. It was like an hour later. And I was like, hey, did you guys print that already? I may have given you the wrong file. And he's like, yeah, we did. And I was like, well, how's it look? He's like, pretty good. And I was like, all right, can I come over and see it? He says, yeah, but you can't pick it up yet because then we have to charge you the rush fee. And I was like, okay.
This is where you needed Mark Riley on the job.
Yeah, this is when Mark Riley punches a hole in a FedEx and just in FedEx in general. I said, okay, so let me just get this straight. You're basically telling me that you can print stuff quicker than you're telling people, but you don't want to tell people, and so I have to wait a day. And he's like, no, I mean, no. And I was like, all right, I'll get it tomorrow.
He's just flipping through the manual.
Yeah,
like, what do you say when a customer challenges your...
I'm just trying to get the logic here.
I think they're probably upset that you called. I don't think they like the name Kinko's anymore. I think they prefer FedEx Office.
It's always been a weird name anyway.
Yeah.
What,
so
Kinko's?
if you drop the K,
I always thought that was really strange.
You know.
So it's FedEx Office. Anyway, so FedEx Office. So with the updated futility board, Brian Ward has done an unreal job. We've got some new rules, some new cards.
Oh, you got Ward on the case?
Oh, yeah.
See, this is what happens. Is I come in, Eric, and I dominate futility and end up winning the inaugural game, and then he calls in the big guns. And he's like, well, we can't have Mark win again.
Yeah,
so
no.
now
Are you
going
to be here on Saturday night?
Well, I am officially a member of Shinedown now, as you'll see in his story. So, yeah, I think...
you need to play some Van Halen songs.
Oh, shit.
I am so in to sing Van Halen songs.
I'm going to make Zach bring a guitar, too. We'll do like a duet thing. Maybe Porter will come and 3-guitar
Get
attack.
Porter in
Who
here.
knows? Who knows?
Okay, all right, listen. There's also a possibility that we may write an original song, but that is depending on how many
we've talked
twisted
about
teas.
this.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Well, my baby's on the corner, and she's looking so fine.
What's your baby doing?
Lee Roth.
One together, and it blows my mind. Not his baby.
Calm down, Lee Roth.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Max Ellen in chat sends in a super chat. Hey, Eric, I'm really wanting to learn guitar, but intimidated by how long it will take to be any good. What can I realistically expect to strum them strings good? GUD.
You'll never get good. I've been strumming strings for years, and I'm not good. So
is guitar like golf?
You just have to get to a point where you can fake it enough to fool some people.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
No, I started when I was 13. I was probably good enough to pass by the time I was 16, 17 years old.
Okay.
I could play. We'd go down to the waterfront park
Oh.
in Charleston
And play for the ladies?
And we would just play. Me and my friends would go. It was just a bunch of band nerds. We'd all go down there and play because we thought, look, man, maybe some people will be impressed by this. And we didn't understand why they weren't impressed when we were playing extreme covers.
Oh no! Whoa! Yes!
More than words.
More than words. Wholehearted.
Were you there the night that Extreme showed up at Barney's and did More Than Words karaoke? Were you there that night?
No.
Holy shit!
I would have remembered that.
All right,
Nuno, Gary, they showed up.
They were there, and Melissa, our good friend, Melissa
Yeah.
McQueen, was like, "You guys have to do More Than Words." Like, no. And she's like, "No, you have to." And so they got up, and the place went insane. Now, on the flip side of that, the lead singer of Puddle of Mud came in one time and did that "Take It All Away" song, and the crowd wasn't as warm to it.
There's a reason for that. I'll just put you carry energy on your person.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So time out. Van Halen, Gary Sharon. Where are you at with that?
You know what? I put on Van Halen 3 the other day because I was going to treat myself, and I was like, you know what? I haven't heard this in so long that maybe it's like new Van Halen, and I got to say, I liked it. I was like, this is pretty cool.
I never had an issue with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was in the Lethal Weapon movie, Lethal Weapon 4, Fire in the Hole at the beginning of the movie.
It's a great
And the
movie.
Without You music video where it was filmed in like an ice cave. You know who was an assistant AD on that?
J.J. Abrams.
Mr. John Schnepp. The
What?
late,
Really?
great, the sweatiest of them all, John Schnepp.
Wow.
Yeah, and that came out during an episode of Movie Talk, and I was hosting. I was just like, hey, it's not. I don't care. The crow's gonna be. Hang on.
Yeah.
You met Eddie Van Halen? He was like, yeah, it was
Yeah,
cool,
dude.
man. He had this jester hat, and he was like joking around. I'm like,
When I was delivering groceries before John Campia found me,
rescued you out of a gutter.
Sorry, rescued me out of a gutter as I was nowhere to be found. I delivered groceries to Wolfgang Van Halen. And I told Mark, and I was like, hey, Mark, I'm delivering groceries to Wolfgang Van Halen. I was like, what is he ordering? I was like, well, clearly he's
What's he
high.
ordering?
He's like,
That's the creepiest thing.
I went right there.
What's he ordering?
clearly
I took the opposite of Brad Lambert's advice.
Does he have bagel bites? What does he have? Celery?
Oh man.
Cilantro? A potato?
Hey, I could have asked for the guy's address, and I didn't because I already knew it.
Yeah.
Man.
Um,
So what was he ordering?
Well, you could tell he was so stoned because it was like 9 ice cream sandwiches that were different flavors, and I was like, "Hey, thanks, man." He closed the door. I was like, "Hey, Mark, he was really stoned. He just got ice cream sandwiches."
That's awesome.
I never met Eddie Van Halen. Shinedown opened for Van Halen right before I joined the band, so I missed it. You know, I missed the tour, but I got all the great stories.
Was
out of
it the 04 tour?
It was 07, 04. No, it was 04.
Yeah.
It was 04. Yeah. No, yeah, it was 04. Yeah.
With Hagar. When
right.
Hagar
yeah.
got back.
Yeah. So, but we were out opening for Nickelback in like 2010, and I was at front of house watching the show, and I could see kind of behind me there was this. The security was giving this kid and his girlfriend some, kind of. No, you can't come up there. No, you can show him he had a pass. No, you can't come up there. I turned around. And I'm like, I was like, hey, they're with me. Come on. I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I'm Eric. How you doing? He goes, oh, hey, I'm Wolf. And I'm like, it dawned on me who he was. But here's the thing, man. It spoke to his character and his upbringing. The fact that like any other kid,
You know who I am?
Right? Any other kid in that situation would have been like, "Do you know who I am? You know who my dad is? You know all of this stuff." And you know what he was doing? I remember because he told the guard, he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, can I leave her here and I can go back and get the correct pass and then we can get up there." He was so polite to this woman, and I was like, dude, that has stuck with me. And he's always been in my periphery. I haven't seen him since then. I don't really know him, but I know a lot of people who know him and who are close to him, man. And,
his new stuff is
it's
great.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really. I encourage everybody to go check out his stuff because the full album I don't think is out yet, but he's released a couple singles, and it's mind blowing that he's playing all the instruments. And he's singing, and it's just,
it's honestly like Tiger Woods' kid when we watched him in December. Like I was
Right.
glued to that like father-son challenge, watching an 11-year-old hit a golf ball, and it's the only golf tweet, as Mark and I know, that has ever gotten more than 100 likes. Where I said, Charlie Woods is better than 99.99% of golfers out there, and he's 11.
Dude,
okay,
what
it
a
is
swing,
awesome
man.
to watch, and that's like
Yeah.
Wolfgang Van Halen. When we were at the same concert before we were friends. Was that 2008?
2007.
2007. Van Halen at the Staples Center.
First time they got back together with Roth.
Yeah. I'm running through. We got there and I'm running because I hear "Running with the Devil." I know it's the first song, and I was like so upset that I wasn't there for the beginning. Like,
Yep.
so
Do that again. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Do you know
So-
what that sound at the beginning of "Running with the Devil" is?
it's the
Anybody know?
little.
Oh, like you mean the noise?
Yeah.
It's scraping the strings.
It's no, but after before the link, the
Slow
car
down
horn,
car
right?
horn?
it is Alex's car horn
horn,
in reverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
I was
they
going to say it's
recorded.
traffic stopping when they see Michael McDonald crossing the street.
Boom. What a fool will lose.
Oh, just have him ruin every Van Halen song. Change, nothing stays the same, unchanged.
I was.
you jump? We've got to jump.
Panama. He can actually do Panama. Okay.
Dance,
Yeah.
dance,
Running a little bit hot tonight.
So you know what Ross lyrics are what they are. You know how he wrote songs, right? You know this story,
Did he?
right?
Yeah.
How he would write?
No.
He would have his driver drive him in his Ferrari, and he would literally ride around Los Angeles 80,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
In the passenger seat with a cassette tape of the demos he had been given and write lyrics with the top down. And that explains everything.
Really.
Is
That's
1982.
Burning down. He's like, wait, hey, I don't know what his driver's name is. Let's call him Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, wait.
Yeah.
What if we just called it Panama? He's like, you mean like the country? He's like, just heard on the news. We're like invading there. Let's do it.
See, that's why I never want like a Van Halen movie, because that's all the scenes are going to be so cheesy. Like he's going to be in a Ferrari in the passenger seat, be like, wow, that's a model citizen, zero discipline. I'm like, no, get it off my TV.
If you read the Running with the Devil book? Running with the Devil book?
Yeah.
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
Such a good book.
I didn't realize that like Mark and I could be as close of friends until we both went to, I think it was either Barney's or Buffalo Wild Wings, and the first song I put on was Dance the Night Away, and he's like, did you put this on? I was like, yeah. He's like, shit, we're best friends now.
Yeah, it was after we went on, it was beat-ups on like a random Tuesday, and we were watching the end of the Knicks game, and Jeremy Lin hit a game-winning shot. He was on that tear, and I'm like, I'm going to go take a leak. Let's get more beers, and I hear Dance the Night Away, and I just start making out with Josh, and I don't remember what happened the rest of the day.
The funny thing is that the service is so bad, though, they just let us make out for 30 minutes and didn't even bring us new beers. I swear to God, like in the hierarchy of bad service, it goes Buffalo Wild Wings, Home Depot. You ever been into Home Depot and seen anybody working there that can help you? Like, hey, do you know anybody that works in this section? It's like, I'm just in the washers, man. I don't know anything about the screws and nails. Hit the button, and then you can't find the button, so you just wander around. That's why I went to Lowe's 645 times when I was building this place. I was like, nah, I got the wrong size something, because nobody works there.
I got B-Dubs is the top at bad service, and then Home Depot's in the running, but Best Buy is great too, because Best Buy, if you want to see a bunch of khaki scatter, just walk into Best Buy and look like you have a question.
Just ask a question.
That's a funny skit, Mark. You should use that skit in your comedy.
I already did. Like
Write it on
years
a
ago.
Carl Farbman.
Yeah.
Max Ellen Super Chat says, Josh, I'm officially planning my wedding. Chatted in here about my fiance not wanting to do it and ask you for advice. Knowing you planned your wedding empowered me to man up and plan a friggin' wedding. Max, way to go. I didn't plan a ton of it, but I did help Amanda, and I was there for a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I was there for opinions. Amanda did a lot of it, but I will tell you, it's a hard job. It's hard. It was the toughest part of our marriage, hands down. 9 months of pregnancy, no big deal. First month plus of a kid, no big deal. Planning a wedding, Amanda and I would never go back to that, especially the argument over the guest list, which was hysterical. Her one line to me was, you can't invite everybody you've ever met. And I was like, okay, fine. How about half of them?
Max's sentence is weird, though, because he's like, I'm planning my wedding because my fiance doesn't want to do it. And it's like, wait, she don't want to plan it, or she don't want to do the wedding?
I don't want to do the wedding.
Yeah.
She actually doesn't know she's getting married.
Okay, it might have a problem there, Max.
Yeah.
Max, if you want to fly me out and put me up, I'll officiate it. Ken can be my wingman.
There you go. There you go. There's a deal for you. Brendan Truitt with a Streamlab says, looking for some GPA juju. My wife had an interview for a dream job, and things are looking really good. Our fingers are crossed that she'll get good news next week. Also happy to see the whole gang together today. So let's send some good juju out to Brendan Truitt.
Thank you. Brendan, sending all of it. Tell your wife to do the George Costanza. Just go in and tell the boss they're terrible and they need her help. It works every time. Only in sitcoms. Don't do that.
That's how
And
Ellis
if she's
got
getting
on
a
the
job
show
at
today.
the Yankees, even
Yeah,
better.
it's
Tell her
good.
to use the jerk store line.
I wish I could say the same, Steinbrenner, but what you've done to this organization.
That's the funniest thing in
It's the
Seinfeld.
best.
Is when George Steinbrenner goes to the Costanza's house to tell him that their son is dead, and within 2 minutes, Papa Costanza's yelling at him.
Yeah.
Why did you
Trading
trade
tuner.
My baseball people said Ken Phelps. Phelps, they said. Ken Phelps.
So good.
That was Larry David doing
Yeah,
shit,
oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
I love this. But in that same episode is the greatest voice message left in history when Frank Costanza goes, Jerry, it's Frank Costanza. George is dead. Call me back. So good.
Jerry Stiller. Jerry Stiller.
Holy
Good,
shit.
good
We're
program.
doing it.
That's
We are
Seinfeld.
doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got I meant to write a dad joke last night, but apparently babies take up a lot of time. So I'm gonna save it to Monday because I've got a word. Thanks to Weekaika, I've got a word. What do you got, Ikaika?
I just thought of one during your Christmas story.
Oh, hit it.
What do you call Josh during Christmas?
An ang tree?
A Macuga.
Pretty close.
I like that a lot.
A
Did our tech guy just have a stroke? Someone check on him.
It's hard to say.
I saw. I got a good Star Wars dad joke. I
Hit
saw.
it.
Okay.
I saw.
Hit
I got to
us.
do it in Yoda voice though.
Do it. Oh,
Mark,
yeah.
Okay.
Mark, microphone. You got to judge him.
I don't. This is the first time I've ever done Yoda for anybody.
Uh-oh. You got to do the ears,
It's
too.
like your golf swing; it never goes away.
Put up the ears like this.
There you go.
The first part of it doesn't sound like Yoda though. Like it's not in Yoda speak. But you got to give me a second. Why was shit? Why was 5 scared of 7? Because 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
Because it's
I like that.
Yoda. It's Yoda. It goes backwards.
that.
That's
It's a
good.
fantastic
That's good.
Yoda.
yeah.
That was worth the price of admission.
It really
today.
was.
I like
It
that.
really was.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'll be here all week. I lost the key to my rental car.
It is stuck in that parking spot.
No, I literally did. I lost the key to my rental car. I had to go to Brent's room and get his rental car key
Oh, no.
to get here. I don't know where my rental
I was
car
going
key
to
is.
say, that Tahoe I did not see on
Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to tell my friend George Lucas about you.
Yeah. Will you, please? Okay. Thank you.
Mark, I know
He'll
you
be
haven't-
impressed.
I know you haven't been watching this week's of Jeopardy, but the Jeopardy fans are up in arms because of Dr. Oz. Okay, and Dr. Oz, I now am finding it hilarious because as Ken and I talked about on Tuesday, he's legitimately the angry soccer dad that every town has, right? Or like baseball dad or football dad, whatever. Like the dad you were scared to go over to that kid's house or like you were scared to ride home with because you knew you'd have to either ride in silence or listen to him like berate his son who's 9 years old, okay? So we're watching last night. I'm like holding Rosie and I'm like burping her and Amanda's watching and she just paused. She goes, I don't like him. And Amanda, who pretty much loves everybody, is like, I don't understand why did they not test him? And I was like, I think they just were looking for people that were like friends of the show and got it because last night, like near the end of Double Jeopardy, somebody hits the Daily Double and didn't get it right, and he was like, "Whoa, whew, all right, next." Like he was like, "Holy shit!" You go from Katie Couric, who's like the nicest mom on the planet, who's like, "Oh my god, that was so good," to Oz being like, "Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Or you're dumb." You shouldn't be on this show.
Who has been
next.
a great guest host? So how was Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is next, I think.
Okay. Because I might watch a couple of those episodes.
I talked to Claire McNear, who's
That's
been
the
on
most
the show.
intriguing one for sure.
Yeah.
Well, because he won his Celebrity Jeopardy. He's a huge Jeopardy guy. Watches all the time, talks about it all the time. Katie Couric has been the best, hands down. Better than Ken Jennings, better than the executive producer,
Really?
Mike Richards, way better than Dr. Oz. Because you can just tell, like, Dr. Oz, when somebody gets it wrong, he's like, I knew that. You didn't. I'm smarter than you. Why am I hosting? I'm a doctor. Look at me.
Trebek just had such a great air because you knew he was the smartest guy in the room, and you knew he liked to show off his pronunciations with his languages, and he did it in a way, it wasn't not condescending, but he just did it in a way, or maybe he was just so good at doing it that it never felt off-putting to be the viewer watching it, you know? He was never overtly insulting to the guests.
That's the thing. Trebek, you could tell Trebek genuinely wanted people to do well.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, and that was like the beauty of the man. And
So are you of the opinion that they should go with someone celebrity oriented for the next host, or should they go with someone like a
Take yourself out of the running.
like
You're not allowed to be in the running.
listen, the best I've seen so far is Katie Couric. But what I would like to see is like an actual, like people that we don't know try it, or like
Right.
a lesser known host. Like, I don't want to see Chris Harrison do it. I don't want to see like Tom Bergeron do it. I don't want to see Jane Lynch do it. Like I've seen these people. They're bringing a lot of like news personalities. But like, if you're gonna have somebody on there, you need that positive Katie Couric energy in there. You can't have like Dr. Oz belittling people as they get questions wrong. Ooh, no.
LeVar Burton, you excited about LeVar
Oh,
Burton? Maybe
LeVar-
Is he good? They're
No.
not
See,
going to
that's
do
a
it.
great.
He's not going to do
He's
it.
not gonna do it?
They didn't ask him.
People want him
Yeah,
to.
I have this feeling because like there isn't a person that tweets about Jeopardy more than me, and maybe Claire McNear because she writes about it all the time. But I can tell that like the social media person is exhausted by our fandom, always being like Josh Macuga. Because they didn't ask LeVar Burton, and he's like the second most talked about Jeopardy person.
Yeah.
Next to me, I mean, like, yeah, you could say Ken Jennings, whatever, but whenever they send out a tweet, at least 10 of our fans
of
or
people-
friends,
yeah.
a lot of people say it because I've been talking about it forever.
I'm on board the Macuga train, by
Yes,
the way. I'm just
thank
saying,
you. Yeah.
if you had to take yourself out of the running,
Right.
Yeah.
who would you pick?
Right now, I would definitely pick Katie Couric. You kind of get shy with the Hawaiian Hunt.
What
do you
about
got?
like Gilbert Godfrey?
No.
I got a name for you.
outta here.
I think Emmanuel Acho would be a great host.
Yeah, he was great. Unfortunately, during after the rose ceremony, they gave him an extra small suit. Like they didn't give him a suit that fit a human's body. Even Amanda was like, I don't think that suit is going to survive the shooting. Like it's gonna split. This like as soon as they wrap, he's like, God, I got it. And they had a turtleneck under him too.
That's like me doing any live schmodown, where because I usually half the time I'm in one of his suits, and I'm like, I really hope I don't split Macuga's pants tonight because you're in there for 3 hours, and then you got to do the Q&A and you got to take pictures, and by the end of it, I just look at my ass and I'm like, hey, it held together.
Look at that. Yeah, but Emmanuel Acho has been amazing. Like he's fantastic.
I just knew him from sports, from the Fox Sports 1, and then I saw he was going to do The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a good call. Yeah. I don't think he wants the Jeopardy gig, but I think he'd be like a good celebrity guest host until you are ready to assume your rightful place.
And there was only so much that Emmanuel Acho could have done with that after the rose, because first of all, asking two people about an on-screen romance is awkward in general. Chris Harrison's now in like his 50s, and he's talking to a 23-year-old girl who just wants Instagram followers, being like, "You loved him, didn't you?" And she's like, "I did. Follow me on Instagram." Like, there's only so much you can do on that show.
This year was proof positive that you're never going to get me to watch The Bachelor. If Emmanuel Acho is hosting the after show, and The Bachelor was a wide receiver at Wake Forest University, and I still ain't watching, never going to happen.
I've never. The closest I've gotten to The Bachelor is driving past that house on Canaan Road. That's
it.
Yeah. That's the closest I get to it.
I've been to a party there with because Amanda's company that we used to work for, a lot of the Bachelorette and Bachelor girls wear their clothes, right?
Yeah.
And so we went to a party, and the first thing I said, I get in there, and Amanda's like, "You can't go in the pool," and I was like, "No." and then you see a sign, it's like, "Please don't go in the pool." And I was like, God, this blows. And then you see Aaron Rodgers' brother, and I was like walking up to him, and I was like, "Don't say anything stupid." And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to turn
Was that when you saw Vin Diesel, or was that a different party?
No, that was Nina Dobrev's birthday party.
Oh, okay.
She's great, too. She's an amazing human. Let's give a shout-out to Haskell420, who said, "Hey, gang, good morning. Josh, what are you planning to do before today's Poltergeist GPA Founders and Bucket Club watch-along? Eat? Not eat? Pray?" Okay, so
Wait,
11
there's
a.m.
a Poltergeist watch along?
Yeah, today at 11. Do you want to watch with me?
No, I have a nap plan.
Oh, yeah.
That's
that
smart.
makes sense.
I got a big night.
No, I got a big night.
I got work to do.
11 o'clock today, I'll be watching Poltergeist because you raised so much money for charity about a month ago, right before. We raised a bunch of money for me to watch stupid Poltergeist.
Oh, that's great. Good for everyone.
He set himself up for it.
I did. I'm an idiot.
He said maybe one day.
The original.
Maybe one day we can get $1,000 in one broadcast.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do okay for a while. Because there's a couple scenes in Poltergeist that are definitely going to stick with you, so I'll call Amanda and Rosie and prepare them. But you're also going to get excited because of who the dad is, if you don't already know.
I don't know anything.
You're going to get so excited as to who the dad in Poltergeist is.
Dan Lauria.
Even better.
Malcolm, Ian Malcolm. What's Jeff Goldblum?
Even better.
Wilford Brimley.
Higher and higher.
Jack Nicholson.
We'll get higher. Damn, Michael McDonald could do Dreams.
He could do
too.
Dreams for sure.
David Lee Roth is the dad?
Higher.
Michael McDonald is the dad?
I want the best of both worlds.
Only you.
Stop ruining my music.
This is now. Okay.
Jamie's crying. She's crying so hard.
Is this love?
Do it till we're black and blue.
Turn this thing around right now.
Hey, it's your tomorrow. And he's just playing, like his sausage fingers are just jamming away at a Casio. He's played the same keyboard since '94.
How much charity do we have to raise funds for to get the Michael McDonald Does Van Halen live concert album?
I think that's next.
We might be filming that on Saturday.
Yeah,
night.
that's really.
That's what it's going to devolve into.
We need to do
me
this.
singing. I'm much more comfortable singing as Michael McDonald than myself.
I will say I can play great air instruments. So if we want to set up like a full air guitar band while you guys play actual air guitar, like I one time was doing like that My Chemical Romance. And I chimed in and I heard or Panic at This, and I threw my shoulder out. Yeah. I was air drumming so
I
hard
don't
in
know
my
what
car.
this is that you're talking about.
You know the Panic at the Disco?
I know the band, yeah.
Like, I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of? And I was just like, and then I was like, oh. And it went out.
One of the things I miss most about the great Brody Stevens is his chair drumming ability.
Yes.
He would just go on stage late night to the Comedy Store and set up chairs and drum chairs and just be so into it.
That's it. All right, we're up against it. It's 10. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, we did it. It's a show. We got to get ready for this Poltergeist watch along. So if you guys are GPA Bucket Club members, founding members, you get to watch me watch this movie today. Terrified. But then today at 4 p.m., Jake Baldino versus Eric Striffler in the battle of pretty much it on Josh Purdy. Yep. We've got some great new categories I worked on last night. Pretty excited about it.
My odds right now are Striffler is -1.
I would give Striffler. Well, Striffler lost to Cobster, and Jake beat his wife by like 4 points, maybe 3. And his wife's pretty
Cobb is good though.
Rubalcaba is good. I would give Striffler -1, maybe 1.5.
I'm gonna give him -1.5.
Okay, all right, we get it. Thank you to all the fans that have submitted some Jeopardy stuff. I have tons of submissions that I'll do like once a week. Mike Rod and Rod Maniac and Trey T and Jesse Roach. So thank you. They've been very, very good. Eric, your first positivity report in person. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Man, I love this.
Thanks, man.
I love seeing the kingdom.
It's here.
I've entered.
It's a kingdom of clubs.
This was your first positive, and I ruined it. I'm so sorry.
No. Yes.
Yes.
I feel terrible.
Yeah. It's going to be a great night. Great night tomorrow night, Saturday. Eric will be back here.
I'll be
Founder
on
Street.
time, by the way.
Oh.
I'm not going to be late.
Okay.
I said I might be late. I'm going to be here on time.
Love it.
There you go.
We're going to be drinking, hanging out, doing silly stuff.
That's rock
playing
and roll
futility.
time. He's
Yeah.
gonna show up at midnight.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull an axle.
Yeah. I had to make a trip to my dealer's house before I
Just chugging champagne in a Ferrari right in Panama.
Yeah.
It's a very Axel story. Like, hey man, I was gonna get there on time, but I lost my car key to my rental car. Know what I'm saying?
That's all I got. That's as much rock and roll as left in my body. Sorry. I blew it all out 20 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it was.
For Mark Ellis, Ken Knapsack, the Hawaiian Hunk, Mark Riley.
No, I can't stop loving you. No matter what you say or do.
The more we sing these, we realize that Michael McDonald could sing any
Any
Van Halen
song.
song.
Any song. He can sing any song ever. Michael McDonald covers the world. The fact that SNL hasn't written this sketch yet is silly because it writes itself.
Exit life. And tonight, take my hand. We're off to Never, Never.
All right, we got to go. Thank you all for being here. Remember, it's way easier to love than hate. Find the good. We'll see you on Monday.